Hello, my lovely audience. Welcome to another video. Welcome to What If Deku had the quirk Hydra, Part 2. Now then, I'm sure you're all asking, like, hey, Metal Eater, didn't you record this like a month ago? Yeah, I did. And, well, the reason I'm doing a Part 2 is because I believe in, equivalent exchange. What if, I made a request to a What If, CR Sergeant. That's their name. They'll probably be in the comments. You can go check out their channel from there. If not, I'll put a link. But, yeah, CR Sergeant. I requested them to make a What If that I wanted. They did it. And so thus, they requested this. So I'm doing it. Equivalent exchange and all that. Treat people how you want to be treated and all that jazz. Now then, let's get on with the What If. So this is, Izuku and, well, Shoka. I'll go with just Shoka. Yeah, Shoka. No, Shota. This is Izuku and Shota's second day at UA. It's lunchtime, they're currently just, chatting, enjoying some food. Izuku's, eating fish. He likes fish. She's eating soba. What else? It's still Shoto, just in a female's body. So, yeah. She be eating some soba, Izuku be eating some cooked fish. And, well, just so you know, see the little flowing thing here that at the tip of Izuku's tail? Yeah? In the middle of that is a rattle. Like a rattlesnake. There's a rattle there, okay? Okay. That's going to be somewhat important. Now then. He would hear a, hissing / rattling noise from behind him. He would look behind him, and instantly, every eye on his heads, every hydra head, his normal human head, those eyes would just go slit like a snake. They would go slit and sharp. As Izuku's tail would begin shaking violently, as he would start rattling it. Give me a moment. Anyway, so, Shota would be confused, Izuku's usually very passive. What could be making him so angry? So she would, turn her head to the side to see what Izuku's looking at, and he's currently in a stare down with a female with long green hair and a snake body just like Izuku's, but she lacks his heads. And she's significantly smaller than he is. Izuku is a biggin in this What If. He's rather large. The female he's growling at is, around normal height. Izuku's, just very tall, very large in this What If. The two of them are just in a standoff. Eyes slit. Izuku's heads are, snapping forwards, lunging, trying to bite at her. You know how in the wild snakes will, bite at each other, but not, to try and intimidate each other? Lunge forward a bit, bite, then pull back. To just kind of intimidate? Yeah, Izuku's heads are doing that. And the two of them are just violently rattling their tails. Monoma would turn up hey, Azumi, why are you bothering with this 1A trash? Well, you've got one thing right, Monoma, for once. This is trash. Izuku would just growl, and here I was thinking my experience at UA would be pleasant. Looks not. Looks like it won't be. Yeah, I guess so. I thought the exact same thing. I didn't realize that UA let in failures. Failures? Oh, how, how sweet of you. Aren't I the most physically strong of this generation? Aren't I the most physically large? Yeah, and I can manipulate poisons, but you don't see me bragging. And I have acidic blood. Face it, I'm the best thing of. I'm. Good grief. I'm the best as child born of this generation, and you're all like. And you're all too dumb to see it. What do you mean by best? Well, Izuku would just kind of grow a bit. Scales would begin forming along his arms as he just fucking triples in size. He is now like 4 times as large as, well, the aptly named Izumi and Monoma. He is now 4 times their size. You think you can take me in a fight, huh? Izumi would kind of back off, as Izuku would shrink back down, his eyes still slit as hell, and he is still rattling his tail quite viciously. I would recommend you back the fuck off out of my turf before I show you what real venom looks like. As Monoma and Izumi would just kind of walk away. Shota's like, the fuck was that? You didn't get pissed off when that Karen slapped you, but just the sheer sight of that woman made you go, like, full violent. What is she, your ex? No, we were like 6 when we first met, you know, you and I. How would I have had an ex at that point? He would just chuckle a bit before saying, no, that's just my blood sister. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. I know, right? If she ever gets near you, tell me so I can rip off her head. I don't think she has regeneration, but best to test it. Oh, you really don't like her. Oh my goodness, what did she do? She was the deciding vote on whether I get, sold. Shota would just kind of, like, her eyebrows would go up, like, oh. Oh. Yep. She's the reason I got sold in the first place. Well, not that it's bad. He would just kind of smile at Shota as his tail would finally stop rattling. But still, you know, still got sold like a piece of property. Ah. Yeah. What did you mean by you're the best quality of, like, this generation? I meant it both as literally as I meant figuratively. I am literally the best, like, physically out of the entire, Midoriya family. Oh my goodness, where am I going with this? Get back on track, Metal Eater. Give me a moment. I'm back. Yeah. So Izuku and Shota would finish their meal, go to training, blah blah blah. Time skip. The Hero versus Villains exam. Heroes versus Villains test. Izumi really hasn't, gotten the courage to get anywhere near Izuku since his whole little show. You would too if, the person you were talking to grew 4 times your size into a hulking beast. Scales across its body. Scales thick enough to take bullets. You would probably also back off at that point. So, yeah, heroes versus villains. It's Izuku and... shit. Burp. It's Izuku and, Shota against, like, you know, Burp. Ah, fuck. I have so many burps recently. It's, Izuku and... Who? Who else? Who else? Mina. Yeah, Izuku and Mina against Bakugo and Kirishima. Because why the fuck not? So, what's Izuku's hero costume? Just, like, he just doesn't have a shirt on. That's it. Nah, how about... Yeah, he just doesn't have a shirt on. If you have any better ideas, tell me, but for the time being, it's like him not wearing a shirt, but with a set of gold braces. But with, like, braces and brass knuckles on his hands. Like, he's going full Kirishima. He has a set of, elbow guards, but no shirt. Kirishima's like, he just slowly thumbs up. Like, that's manly. So, yeah. Wait. The whole changing incident. Yeah, Mayonetta's, like, peeping through the hole, like, being a perv. As well, he would quickly be grabbed by the neck by Izuku's tail and hoisted upwards, like, just hoisted upwards. As he would say, usually I don't like being so aggressive, but, you know, you're kind of peeping on my girl, so he would just slam Mayonetta into, like, he would just slam Mayonetta into the locker, to the side. Like, there's a fucking Mayonetta-shaped dent in it. Like a whole-ass, massive-ass dent. Looks like Mike Tyson punched it. Yeah, so there's just this massive dent in the locker now, because Izuku slammed Mayonetta against it. Ida really wouldn't, you know, try and step on Izuku's toes. Well, because he doesn't have any, and he just saw Izuku pick up a person by the neck and slam him so hard against a metal, like, locker that he made a dent. That he made a full-on head-sized dent. So, yeah. They get changed. Izuku's paired with Mina. Bakugo's paired with Kirishima. So, you know, Bakugo would, you know, run down like, I'm coming for you, you nerd! Izuku would just lean over to Mina and say, look, I know that the spiky Pomeranian's probably, like, gonna come down here and fight me specifically, so you can just kind of walk by him. He won't really pay you any attention. Mina would just give him a thumbs up. Anyway, so, yeah. Mina is just kind of trying to think of questions she can ask the two of them, like Izuku and Shota, after the whole, you know, heroes versus villains thing. She wants all the tea. So, yeah, Izuku's prediction is right. Bakugo charges after Izuku, completely ignores Mina as she just waltzes on by, as the two of them would begin fighting. Izuku would grow to about double his original size, scales covering his body as him and Bakugo would go at it. Izuku would lunge forwards and, like, use his now sharpened hand claws. Like, the scales have sharpened his hands to the point where they're claws. He would slash down at Bakugo. Bakugo would jump to the side and begin blowing up Deku, like, exploding him. But every mark and burn he leaves on Izuku's body would just quickly and end up closing and or just being undone thanks to Izuku's regeneration and very thick scales. Once again, these puppies can withstand bullets. Burp. I don't even think Kirishima's hardening at this point in the story can withstand bullets. So, yeah. Bakugo's just fucking blasting Izuku, and Izuku's just kind of wrapping around him, taking the hits, attacking him, and just kind of, well, Bakugo doesn't realize it, but Izuku is beginning to encircle him with each explosion and each attack. Izuku would begin enclosing around him until he gets Bakugo into, like, a tight bind, full-on boa constrictor style, as he would just begin slowly crushing him, not to kill him, just kind of get him to pass out. Bakugo would do what Bakugo does and blow shit up. Specifically, he would pull off one of the pins of his gauntlets, whilst Izuku's wrapped around him, causing the both of them to be blasted to Kingdom Come. Izuku sent flying, the bottom half of his tail, like, his tail has been fully, like, severed. As well, he would just begin regenerating. It already has begun. As well, his tail would begin regenerating as Bakugo gets out of the smoke, like, coughing, like, I've fucking done it, you dumbass! Izuku would just kinda get up after his tail's already fully regenerated. He has 2 tails now, as the tails would wrap around each other and just slowly merge into one bigger, thicker, stronger-looking tail, as Bakugo would look at this and just go, fuck. And he would just fall over. He just used one of his gauntlets, like the 3 months worth of sweat gauntlet, point blank range, on both Izuku and himself, and Izuku just kinda shaked it off. Yeah, Bakugo just falls over. Cut to Mina, who's now just, like, booking it, looking for the bomb. She would find the bomb, see Kirishima, wave to him, and just start, like, casually sliding towards the bomb. Kirishima did the same thing as Ida, like, putting pieces of wood and metal and breaking things so that, breaking things so that you have difficulty getting in. Mina's just, like, casually walking forward, having her acid melt through it, as he would just go, I did not think of that. Sorry, Mina, but I'm gonna have to punch you now. It's okay, Kirishima. Like, Kirishima would run forward and try and punch Mina. She would just kinda slide under it, like, she would just kinda go the cha-cha slide. Just kinda, like, lean back, go under it, slide forwards, and just touch the bomb. Kirishima's like, well, I tried. Bakugo's, like, rushed to the hospital. He kinda blew himself up. And Izuku, like, Shota immediately runs to Izuku, like, are you okay? Are you okay? Does it hurt anywhere? Are you hurt? He would just kinda be like, Shota, I'm fine, my regeneration kinda saved me there. As he would quickly be hit on the top of the head as she was like, you idiot, you got ripped in half! There's the other tail! She would just gesture to Izuku's severed tail on the ground. Like, you could have died, man! Aw, you care about me. Yes, I care about you. Mina is just in the background recording this, like, this is my new ringtone. She's just, like, giggling wildly. So, yeah, that happens. Mina, like, at the end of the day, is just appears out of nowhere, just appears and immediately starts asking them questions like, how long have you two known each other? She's holding a microphone. There's like a full-on camera crew. There's the camera crew of Denki on the camera, and Jiro with the spotlight. There's Momo holding that weird fluffy thing, that weird fluffy microphone they have. As they're like, where did you all come from? As Mina would just say, not important. When did the two of you meet? She's just now holding the microphone up to, like, Izuku's face. When was, we were 6? Ah, so, how did you meet? I'd prefer not to talk about that. Shoto would just nod and agree with Izuku. You're gonna tell me your secrets eventually! As her and her camera crew would just walk into the bushes and disappear as, like, Izuku and looks to Shota, like, slowly. Shota would look to Izuku slowly, and they would just nod and just slowly back away. Anyway, so, yeah. That's all I got for this video. Sorry if it's a bit short. I had a lot of fun, though. Anyway, goodbye, my lovely, lovely audience. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye! I hope you had a great time. Bye-bye.